Our work is very unique, I think, and it makes the finished product makes you want to look at it. Not just of me, that's incidental, but in general, all of her pictures really make you want to look at them.
I'm with Charr Crail.
Oh, that's how we're doing it, okay.
Yeah, so today is a very special event because you're showcasing your digital art.
Yes.
Here at the Vanguard.
Yes.
Which is owned by Bob Simpson.
That is correct.
One of your subjects.
He's a nightclub mogul.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Simpson, that's right.
So then, how did you pick this place?
Actually, Bob offered it when I told him what I was doing, and we were, you know, it's called the Legacy Project Sacramento, because specifically people who do amazing things here in Sacramento. And I think having 8 clubs and creating a nightlife where there once was none is a big deal. So I asked Bob if he would be, you know, actually I said, hey, you're one of these amazing people, so let's do this. And he said yes. So I did this great picture and then an art piece of him, and he offered the club for the launch party.
And I noticed there's some VIPs. Is Bob here right now?
Yes, Bob just got here just a short while ago.
Okay, I just talked with Russ Solomon, who's one of the legends in town and used to own Tower Records.
Russ Solomon, he's so wonderful. Yeah.
And I'm curious, how did you decide which local celebrities you decided to take pictures of and turn into art?
Well, actually, I would call them people as opposed to celebrities. And the reason is because they've just done really important things. You know, whatever their dream was, they found a way to make it happen, and it affected people, not just their lives, but the lives of countless people. And basically, Tower Records has affected more people than, you know, you can literally talk to anybody practically when Tower Records was here and say, what did you think of Tower Records? Tell me a story about Tower Records. This is what Russ Solomon created, and they'll tell you a wistful, wonderful story about some great thing they bought, or some album, or how they would go and peruse for hours. There's a story. It's a legacy unlike almost any other in so many ways. And each one of these people that I selected has that same story. It's not the story of a record store, but it's the story of a life well lived and a dream well expressed.
And I noticed you have about a dozen on display here tonight. 14.
Yeah.
Do you have many more at home waiting to be unveiled?
Well, no, I don't. I have many more waiting to be created. The 14 turned out because once I realized that I wanted to do this, that for me this would be a very important project to do, and it would be meaningful in all the ways that my creative life has been meaningful as a journalist, as a photographer, and as an artist. I mean, this is the project that has brought all of it together in one place. And so all of a sudden it's like, it came one night, oh my gosh, this is, I was in conversation with a friend of mine, Devin Ford, that's who it was. And it happened. This conversation like illuminated this opportunity to create something gigantic, at least for me, bigger than anything I've ever done before. And the next thing you know, the next day it was still there and just as powerfully, and the next day it was still there just as powerfully, and it's continued just as powerfully, and that was several months ago. And then all of a sudden I just started working on it and I couldn't stop, and what started out as supposed to be 10 people ended up as 14, where I had to force myself to stop just to get the project to meet its deadline.
So this project, which is on display tonight, does it grow from here? What happens next? It
does. The website itself it's there, it's built, it's of course always going to be tweaked, as you know, websites are always tweaked.
What's the domain of the website?
The domain is thelegacyprojectsacramento.com. So you go there and you can see it talks about what the Legacy Project is. It has a bio, it has, you know, what the idea of legacy means to me, which is not just what we leave behind, but what we're creating as we walk along, you know? Like, I like to think that we're walking along with our legacy in our outstretched hands. I mean, here it is, who I am and what I bring, I'm affecting you. We're having an experience, going through life. Other people who we never even meet may have an experience or an epiphany, or something may happen to them because of you. We're creating legacy every moment of our day, and we're affecting other people, and they're affecting us. And that's what legacy to me is about. It's a living legacy. It's not just, I've died, what do I leave behind? It's not a tombstone epitaph. It's just, what are you creating as you go through this world? That's what legacy is to me. And so some of these 14 people, while they may be celebrities, they're really just people who had dreams and that made them happen. And you may not have heard of all these people, and yet they've affected so many lives. And that's why I chose them, each one of these people.